Hi, and welcome to another exciting video from Havoc's son. Okay, yeah, this is exciting, man. This is good stuff. This here is the Tandy 1000 HD. Now, there were three models of the Tandy 1000. There was the Tandy 1000, the 1000A, and the 1000 HD. The A came out to kind of fix a few bugs on the 1000. All of the 1000s run at 4.77 megahertz. They have an 8088 Intel CPU. This one here is running a V20 8 megahertz CPU. So it's a little over double the speed of the original one. The original one clocked out with Landmark Systems speed test at about 1.02 megahertz. Yeah, I know. This one also has a math coprocessor in it, and it also has a smart clock in it. Though the battery on the smart clock is starting to run out, and they don't recharge, so I have to figure out a way of tapping into that battery cell and see if I can run an existing battery cell to it somehow. I know you can do it with a Dallas battery, a clock battery, so I'm trying to figure out a way to do it with the original smartwatch chips for these. That'll be kind of cool if I can get that back. So anyway, this came originally with a tandem 10 meg, but they're hunks of shit. So I replaced that because I just can't keep tandem 10 megs going. This is a Seagate 225. This is a 20 meg. And they're a little bit more robust. And if you take care of them, they'll run for a long time. Like, for instance, this machine, what I do every 6 months or so is I run this program. It's by Norton. It's called Calibrate. And what it does is it reload level formats the hard drive. While it does that, it checks for bad sectors and then marks them accordingly. It also can check your interleave. So when you're setting something up, it will pick the fastest interleave and reformat it to that new interleave. So it's a pretty cool program. I love it because of what it does to my hard drives. It just continues to reload level format the drives about every 6 months when I run it. Mark the bad sectors and just keep the drive running as best as possible. Look, the way I see it is if the drive crashes, it's not a big deal to me. I'm more into having this thing run like it did when it was released back in 1985. And I can get half of that or more filled up with B's or U's, which are bad sectors or uncorrectable blocks. It doesn't matter to me as long as those first two dots up there, that corner right up there, those first two dots are the fat tables, and if those go B or U, the drive's toast and I gotta pull it. There's nothing I can do. Another trick that I do is these drives at times suffer from stiction, especially if you don't use them every day. So what I do is I know it sounds crazy, but bear with me. I get a spray bottle of WD-40 and those Q-tips. I spray the Q-tip with WD-40, just a little dab, I don't soak it, and then I flip the hard drive over on its belly, and I expose its belly, and you'll see the center bearing in these drives, and you just tap the Q-tip on that bearing a couple of times, and then immediately you flip it back over and then turn it on. And you don't want to put too much, because if you put too much, it'll start to spread into the platter, and then she's toast. Anyway, what that does is it stops the stiction. And it's worked on every drive that has had stiction problems for me, except for the tandem 10 meg. So here's my video on my beautiful little Tandy 1000 HD. This is the inside of her. She's precious. I love her. Well, not as much as my wife, but you know. Anyway, like always, thank you for tuning in. You guys have a great day and a better life. See ya.